Alright, we're going to take a look at a really cool Everdrive cartridge, courtesy of Crix. And this is going to be the Everdrive, let's get out of here, the Everdrive GG X7 for the Game Gear. Let's go ahead and pop it in and see what it's all about. Okay, so here's the cartridge itself. Pretty cool looking. The model revision, and then here's where the card goes. It's got a 8 GB card in it, so pretty much overkill for what you got here, but pretty cool. Let's go ahead and pop it in here to my modded Game Gear. Powered on. So here we go. Now the cool thing about this cartridge is that it supports not only Game Gear, but also Sega Master System and even the SG-1000 games, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of games here. Let's go ahead and... Oop, wrong button. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Let me... Okay, so I keep forgetting one is the OK button, or the enter button, if you will. Let's go ahead and take a look at, oh, I don't know. Let's look at Sonic Drift 2. Turn down the volume up or down. I can't tell. It's up. So we're not gonna listen to any volume. But yeah, here it is, running as if you actually have the cartridge. Pretty cool. It would actually let me continue. There we go. Wrong button. Nope. What's going on here? Oh, 1 then 2. Okay. I've never played this game on Game Gear. I always ever played it on the Switch. There we go. Emerald Tail 1. So yeah, here it is, running on the Game Gear. Pretty cool. Now, if you want to go ahead and get back to the menu, it's going to be up in both buttons. And it froze. And now it's airing out. Great. So I have an issue with this micro SD card where it doesn't always want to read right. I gotta get it replaced. But that was Sonic Drift 2. Now all these games have been sourced through a archive I have access to that I'm not going to get into, but these are all used and played with permission. So that's about all I'm going to say on that. But let's go ahead and take a look at Sega Master System. It's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at a really cool game here that I've covered on the channel previously. Frontier Force, that I'm actually going to go ahead and put the volume up for, because I can. There we go. This game's a really cool game. Reminds me of like Space Invaders. Pretty cool that this cartridge supports Sega Master System. That's really awesome, actually. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a Space Invaders or like a Missile Command. Kind of a blend between the two. And there's another game that reminds me of, I can't remember the name of it. It's an arcade game that where you shot a hook at balls dropping. I don't recall the name of it, but something this reminds me of too. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other stuff here. So that time it worked. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at, let's see what else we got here. Let's look at one of my favorite Sega Master System games. That is going to be under G. It's going to be under Golden. No, it's going to be under. Sorry, it's under A. Must fit under A. I wish these were in alphabetical order. And it's not showing up here for some reason. Let's go back to G and make sure it's not under G. There we go. Golden Axe Warrior. I think I thought it was under A because of the Game Gear version, which is Axe Battler. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit T. Why not? Call him T. Why not? So here we go. Here is Golden Axe. It's in my system, a wonderful action RPG, very similar to Zelda. Playing just fine on the Everdrive GG X7. You don't have to have the Retro 6 Master System adapter for the Game Gear. You can just play them all here on one cartridge. Pretty cool. And this one does support save states. Most of them support save states actually, but the ones that utilize battery saves or like flash save on the cartridge itself will have issues. And unlike a previous pack, or another pack I've covered on the channel, which is the FX Pack Pro, pretty much the same problem. It's just the nature of the cartridges. I don't know if there's ever going to be a fix for it, or if there can be a fix for it, but just be aware of that. Now let's take a look at a SG-1000 game. I don't really know what's good here. Let's go and just take a look at something. Let's look at Congo Bongo. Why not? So that's a game I know. At least from like Atari. But yeah, here we go. The SG-1000 version of Congo Bongo being played on the Game Gear. Pretty cool game. At least for an SG-1000 game. There we go. Got him. And if I want to save it, hit save, and it says loading, but it's actually saving. See, it's loaded back. I can go back and load again. See, it'll load. Pretty cool. Pretty cool way to play some awesome games for a lot of different, quite a few different platforms. Let's go ahead and close it out here. Alright, well, let's look at the Everdrive GG X7 for Game Gear. Happy to have this in my collection. This is a wonderful way to play your Game Gear, Sega Master System, and your SG-1000 games. If you have a means to get them on a cartridge, it's definitely worth picking up. This is a great price for what you get. Now, the Crix cartridges are a bit pricey, but you're paying a premium price for a premium product. You really are with these. Definitely recommend this. Hands down, a great way to play your Game Gear library without having to pack around a bunch of cards. Now, I did get this for review on the channel from Crix, so I want to thank them very much for sending this my way. If you want a little bit more in-depth review of this cartridge, please head over to the Otaku Authority and check out my written article over there. I'll leave a link to the description down below. But yeah, great way to play some awesome games. So, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.